All right then, my G's, we're going to talk about three things today. We're going to talk about the COLLAB competition coming up. We're going to talk about my vision and also some Mixdown talk, DNB Mixdown talk. So firstly, I just want to say that I had a great session with one of my students, Ant from Australia, yesterday, I believe. Yeah. I've been a bit ill, guys, to be completely honest with you. I've been a bit out of it the last few days. Still feeling a bit rough, but you know when you're just like sort of trying to rest and take it easy, but your mind's just going crazy with ideas, and you just like you feel like you've got to do something productive at least. That's how I am. I guess I'm a little bit of a workaholic sometimes, so it's difficult to like just do nothing. And so while I'm still a bit rough, I was like, I'm going to set up a competition and also just make a little video today and share some advice and motivation and things like that. So anyway, I had a great session with my student Ant from Australia, and he asked me, he really put me on the spot and asked me, what's your actual vision? Like, why are you doing everything that you do? Like, why are you an artist? Are you a record label owner? Like, what's the main goal here? And it really put me on the spot. And so I just wanted to sort of clarify it. My vision is, I am of course an artist as well. I'm a producer, DJ, and I also have started a record label because I've obviously been a teacher and I've worked with a lot of people and I've seen them become really good, and I want to still work with them. So I thought it would be great to set up a platform to help promote my students' music and other people's music as well that want to join the record label. But yeah, my vision is partly to, as I improve myself as an artist, sharing all of my insights and knowledge with other people and helping them to also improve at the same time. So that's one of the main goals. And the two things that I really want to change in the industry, in the drum and bass industry or music industry in general, is the one. It's kind of two battles. It's the mental battle and then it's the technical battle. So the mental battle is, feeling like you have to conform or fit in to make a certain type of sound so that you'll get popular, or, for example, feeling that you're not good enough because you're not getting enough plays or results, where it's not necessarily the case. So the mental battle of comparing yourself and not staying true to your own specific influences and desires when it comes to making music. I really want to make sure that people are really tapping into their own creative, deep down creative desires and source, and chasing after that rather than immediate results in the industry or something like that. So just putting that long-term perspective on people and putting that joy and fun in making music, that's something that you can really be proud of and that you personally really love and enjoy, and putting that as the priority always. So that's the kind of mental part of the battle. And then there's the technical side, which is having such a plethora of different conflicting ideas and information on the internet and on YouTube, and lots of different techniques and things that have too much importance placed on them, and having such an overwhelming amount of information that it can become it can kind of confuse something that doesn't have to be that difficult and complex as making a great track and a great mixdown. So it's my other battle is actually simplifying the music production process to the key fundamentals and the key principles that will allow you the freedom to make whatever you want to make without feeling like you have to do like a certain trick or use a certain plugin or use a certain technique to get that final professional result. It's really just a case of actually, often cases, unlearning a lot of things that you thought were necessary, and just getting back to doing your push-ups on the floor and just really understanding the exact fundamentals of the reasons why you're doing everything that you're doing in your composition and arrangement and mixdown. That brings me on to, so that's my vision. It's to fight that battle on two fronts. In the mental battle, really making sure that you can enjoy music to the fullest and make it for you and be as weird, unique and creative and inspired by your own influences as possible, so you can make stuff that you really love. And then the second part is really just simplifying all of the production knowledge so that you can be a bit freer in completing a track and making it professional without feeling like you're not like you need some kind of special remedy or special technique or special plugin to do it. Just really simplifying the process and just really smashing your fundamental understanding of what creates a good mix. So those are the two battles that in terms of my vision, that I want to help people with. And yeah, along with that, making my own music, setting up a record label, all kind of ties into that main vision, And then, so I also just had a couple of thoughts about, almost I wanted to, not like blow smoke up your bums, but actually just give you some positive reassurance, because I don't think we always, because most producers on this channel are probably drum and bass producers. I know that there's some other electronic music producers or even other musicians in general, but for the drum and bass producers out there on this channel, I almost want to give you some reassurance and say, like, I believe drum and bass is the hardest genre to do right. I think that the drum and bass mixdown is the hardest. So always remember that we're actually, in my opinion at least, we're actually working in the hardest industry. It's not just industry in terms of industry, but the hardest genre in terms of technicality. So in my opinion, because drum and bass is so fast, you have a limited amount of time to get everything to have separation and space. And not only is it fast, but it's also full of intricate different rhythms and funky rhythms, and it's not just 4/4, which is a lot easier to mix, for example, I think. So it's very technical, and there's many conflicting elements and many different rhythms, and in my opinion it's the most challenging, and it's part of the reason why I love it so much. I really love I love the challenge of making drum and bass. So just remember that all of the skills that you're learning while you're producing drum and bass and making a great mixdown, in my opinion, is only going to make you strong as a producer across other genres. And there are different mixdown techniques for different genres, and you have to learn things to do things in different ways, different kick drums, softer kick drums, whatever. But I think that drum and bass is so challenging that it really trains you as a producer and trains your ears like more than anything else, in my opinion. So just remember that you're kind of working in the hardest genre. At least that's what I believe. So you should pat yourself on the back and know that you're doing all right, because you're in the big leagues already if you're in drum and bass, in my opinion, as a producer. So just wanted to say that as a bit of positive reassurance. If you think like you're getting down with not getting quite close to the final result for your mixdowns or music that you want, just remember that you are actually working in like a really, really tough genre. Like, it is really, really, really difficult to do a good drum and bass mixdown, but the challenge should be fun and inspiring. And finally, let's move on to our COLLAB competition. And this is like, I say competition, I don't really have any like big prizes or something. It's mostly just a bit of fun. I always do these feedback streams with my Discord Patreon squad, and it's just a community activity. Get together, listen to some DNB, and just motivate each other. For this competition, I'm opening it up to public, so anyone can participate, even if you're not a paying member on Patreon. It's absolutely fine. You can still submit, because I think that we're going to need some extra submissions, as it's a collab stream only, so only collabs. It's a little bit harder to organise because it's, people don't always have time to work on collabs with other things going on. It can be like a bit of a slower process sometimes. But I made a video a while ago saying that collabs are a great idea if you're still in the learning process, because you can learn a lot from each other, So I do think it's very valuable when you're trying to improve your skills as a producer. So that's why I still want to do this stream, and I've set a date for it and everything. And so it's a little collab competition. Anyone can participate, and I've made a free sample pack as well. I'll leave the link up above. You can go and download it now. I'll show you in a minute what's involved, but it's a sample pack that you don't have to use for the collab stream, but it can give you a bit of extra inspiration and a bit of a boost to get things started. The collab you can also, on my Patreon, it's actually a free platform. You don't have to subscribe monetarily to access it. So all the information is on the Patreon website and platform for free to download the sample pack and everything. So just go along to there, and you can also interact with other members via the comments on there as well if you need to find a collab partner still, or you can use this video to leave comments if you want to leave your details to collaborate with someone else. So the collab competition information is we're going to do the live stream on the 7th of June, so not too long, so you better get started ASAP. 7th of June, so it's like 3 weeks or so, maybe a bit less. So it must be a collab. That's the only rule, really. That's the main rule. DNB is obviously preferable. You can submit your collab to me via email, info@artifactmusic.com. MP3 is fine, high quality of course, and you can send the submissions just before the 7th, so on the 5th or the 6th. If you send them too early, they might get lost in my inbox. So if you do them on the 5th or the 6th, then I can make sure I can see them all and have them all ready to play for the feedback stream. If you haven't finished the collab in time, that's fine. You should still submit it. It doesn't matter if the whole song is not complete yet, because this is, again, it's like an inspirational and community live stream that's for fun. Essentially, it is just for fun. So if you've smashed a track and finished it, great. If you haven't quite finished it, you're not quite happy with it, still submit it anyway, because we can do some feedback, and trust me, everyone on my live stream will be positive and supporting to each other, and if they won't be, then they'll get kicked out. So it's a safe place to share your music, even if you're not happy with it yourself. Share it anyway. Sample pack. Yeah, I'll show you it in a minute. It's just for inspiration. You don't have to use it, but yeah, most importantly, have fun. And when you send your email, submit your artist names as well, so that I can obviously know who it's from. And you can provide some links if you want. But yeah, if you need to find someone to work with, like I said, just go onto my Patreon platform and leave a comment on there for free on the post that I've linked, and you can maybe find someone else to work with. And yeah, like I said, it's just a fun activity. Like I'll do a YouTube upload of the winner just for fun. If someone like absolutely smashes it and I'm like, okay, we need to release this, then maybe that will happen. But this is just a fun live stream. Let's put it that way. Okay, so I hope you guys will still participate. That'd be great. And yeah, I did make a little sample pack. You can go ahead and download it. It's got like some breaks, some hats. I've got some cool like little bass loops and stuff as well, like a couple of kicks and snares and weird things, and some drones, some like FX, lovely little ride thing. But yeah, some cool sounds in there. Don't have to use them, but if you're struggling with ideas, just like throw some of them in and get started. It's all at 172 BPM. Obviously you can write the track whatever speed you want, but that's technically a good place to start, I suppose. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys will crack on with that. I'm going to probably go back to bed in a minute and relax, and hopefully this bloody flu that I've got will eventually go away, because it's been sticking around for a bit too long now. But yeah, have a great Sunday, my G's. Much love. Peace out. Take care.